All right. There's a bit of complexity to this move. It's a good, solid move. First thing I like to point out is that although people call it fireman's carry, it's really not a carry, and that's an important thing to learn. The concept here is I'm not stepping in like you might see in, WWF and picking him up, although you can. There are moves that do that. That's not what this move is about. That would require a high degree of skill for penetration for me, good amount of back strength, and obviously not too heavy an opponent. What I'm looking at here is to tie him up. First thing I want to do is come in close, get my head control right along the side of him here so I can establish control of his body, block this arm out so he can't hold me back, and take an overhook, in this case on his arm. We've talked a lot about underhooks. This move comes from an overhook. Now, I may do this move because he's got an underhook on me. It's a counter, okay? The move I'm going to do here is to wrap my arm in and make a move that in wrestling is called a whizzer, which means to spin and drive that shoulder forward. So what's motivating him to move is the torque that I'm putting on the front of his shoulder, driving my arm forward as I move my arm back, which makes his arm go in this direction and pulls him forward. In fact, if you have a very good whizzer, you want to go slow, because if I move quicker than he can move, then he can step, I'm going to injure the front of his shoulder, and I don't want to do that. So we're in here. I'm going to make a big spin like I'm opening a door back, thrusting my shoulder forward, which causes the step. Now I counter like a corkscrew turning into here, getting to this position. Now it's important that I don't leave my arm up high like this. By leaving it high, I give him leverage to torque me to the ground. Okay? So what I want to do is clamp in tight so he can't sprawl away and he can't lift me up. Now here's where the fireman's carry issue comes in. I'm not going to try to pick him up at all. I'm simply going to collapse my body with my head in that direction like this, causing him to fall. My head pulls right out, and we can fall on the side. Now, he really can't get away like this. He can't pull that way. If he turns into me, I make the completion turn into a very tight head-arm control. So, once again, it starts from a grappling situation. He's got the underhook, or I've taken the overhook. I block this arm out. If I don't block this arm out, he's going to be able to stop me. Might go ahead and get a bear hug takedown. Holding this open, opening the door, whizzer. He takes that step. I now counter, come right into here, one knee on the ground between his legs. Cinch this in tight so he can't get his arm away. Fall off to the side and slightly forward. He falls, and then I can just make my move right into here. One last time.